Hi, I'm Chris Behringer. I'm a Senior Field Service Engineer for Oracle. We're here to talk today about the Sunfire T2000. One of the first things that you want to do when servicing the T2000 is you want to verify the serial number so that you can verify that the case was opened under the correct serial number and that the system has been entitled properly. The serial number is actually located right here on the front bezel. One of the first things you might want to do when servicing the T2000 is talk with the admin and have him turn the locator light on so that you can actually find the system and make sure that you're working on the same system that the customer thinks you're working on. When the set locator light has been turned on, a blue light blinks right here in the corner, letting you know that, okay, this is the system that he turned the light on. When working on these systems, always make sure to practice proper ESD procedures. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to open up the static mat here and hook it up to make sure that we're grounded out. Make sure your strap's nice and tight. So we're going to go ahead and replace an HBA card. For this, your server will need to be down. This is not a hot swappable item. The customer will need to bring down the system with an in at 0, or they could also use an in at 5 and then power off the system. You'll end up pulling the system out to service it. Typically, you won't have to bring it out and put it on a table. We don't have a lot of space here, so we went ahead and put it on the table to work on today. Once the system is down and you've moved it out, we'll need to open the top cover. To do that, we'll need to push our thumb down on this button right here in front. You got to apply quite a bit of pressure to get it, and you'll hear it kind of snap whenever it's ready. Then with the other thumb, I'll put it back in this notch here, and we'll just slide the lid back. We'll pop the lid off. We'll go ahead and put that out of the way. Now we'll need to determine which card needs to be replaced. The action plan that you received from the call center should tell you which card to replace. On the back of the T2000, we can see that each of the slots are actually labeled. This one's PCIe 0, we have 1, 2, and then we have PCIX 0 and 1. We're going to go ahead and replace PCIe 2, the graphics card right here. So when we look at the top of the system here, we can see our cards here, and we see this little piece of metal here. It actually covers over the top of the end of the card here. And we'll want to loosen this screw. You don't need to remove it all the way. You just need to loosen it enough for this little tab here to slide over to the side. And once that slide, we actually have our SATA cables here that are in our way. We're going to go ahead and just kind of move those up, pull the card out, and we're just going to slide it out of here. Then we'll go ahead and we'll put it on our static mat, and then we'll replace it with the new card. We actually don't have the replacement part here, so we're actually going to replace it with itself. But we're going to take the card and we're going to just put it right back. We'll slide it in here. We'll line it up in the hole. Give a little push down. And once we push the card down, you can actually see there's a little notch that sticks up right here. And the little notch here in the card itself will actually fit right around that. Then we can go ahead and we can just take our little lever here, push it forward so it covers over, take our screwdriver, tighten that screw back up. And one more time, we'll just kind of make sure our card is nice and tight and the connectors are making a good connection in there. Now these cables, when we put the lid back on, we want to be careful that we don't pinch these cables. As you can see, they're kind of up here high with another card in there, so we just want to be real careful of that. Go ahead and push it on there. As we move this lid forward, we can see up here in front that this lip looks like it's about the same height as this other lip. So as we move it forward, we want to kind of push down on the front to make sure the lid lip goes underneath this other one. Give it a little push. You hear a little snap as the button pops up, and the card has been replaced. Now you can go ahead and push the system back in. Make sure that your power cables are plugged in. If you have the cable management arm, hopefully that took care of everything for you. You didn't have to unplug anything. If you did have to unplug something, go ahead and plug them in based on how you labeled the wires before you pulled them. Give the customer a call and have them check it out. So when we're done with our procedure, we'll go ahead over to the laptop, we'll boot it up, we'll plug into the serial port, and we will run whatever commands are appropriate.